Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So today we're talking love, marriage, huntsville. Y'all know why y'all here. Anything I say is alleged in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Couple housekeeping things and meat and potato items. It is free to follow me, free to subscribe to this channel, Anonymous Tea, free to subscribe to my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast, free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast, free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at Anonymous Reality Tea, free to share everywhere. I'm looking at the counter. I'm looking at the numbers, y'all. And we're not at 20K yet. We are not at 20K. We are at 19,952. So y'all don't want me to go live. I don't think y'all want me to go live. So that's fine. So nonetheless, in this video, we are talking Marcus. We are talking Mr. Marcus. So sorry for the 5150 fans. They would on Corey Holcomb's show, he would call. There used to be this comedian that used to him and Corey Holcomb used to be cool, and he would be like, Mr. Marcus, Mr. Marcus. And so that was in my head the whole time. But nonetheless, Mel's brother has spoken. Now, I knew in advance he was going to go live because he made an announcement that he was going to be going live this 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time. So I already knew what time it was. I already knew it was going to be something related to LAMH. I already knew. So, in the video, y'all, and I might upload the one part on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast, so check that out in a little bit. So he said the following. So first he was talking a little bit about the Super Bowl, who he was rooting for, how some of these fans are. He was shouting out the Bengals and, and all these things. And then he went into as well, how these shows get chopped and screwed, how these scenes get chopped and screwed on these reality TV shows, and said essentially, when him and the last scene that he filmed with Mel, he was like, what you don't see is the amount of fun that they're having a key, that they're, cooking, they're laughing, they're whining, they're dining, they're doing all these things, but they only want to show Mel doing the talking, and they only want to show the serious part of it all, or the one part of it all where it just looks like Mel is so obsessed with her ex. Mel can't get over her ex. She can't let it go. That's the narrative they wanted to push. Even in the trailer for last season, they wanted to make it a point to make a timeline of when the original, threat was sent from Martell, but they're leaving out the context of other people confirming that this revenge P was going around. That's what propelled Mel to file the paperwork, but they don't want that detail to be out there, right? And so, nonetheless, he is talking again, confirming, which we already knew. We know, real ones know, that, this is Mel's baby. Mel created the show. Mel created LAMH. This was her vision. And, he wanted to kind of tie everything together, right? So Marcus wanted to talk about his radio background, right? And so he wanted to talk in particular about being grateful, being appreciative, and wanted to thank Wandalyn Stokes. For those of you who are familiar in the gospel community, wanted to thank her specifically because there was a radio station, and I think, during the week or something, there were some spots Marcus was filling in here and there, and then a 12 to 3 spot opened up on Sundays that he was able to, get that position. And so he's saying that to say that when people see something in you, that's how you can get that opportunity. When they know that you have that it factor, you get that opportunity. So he is saying, Marcus said that, Carlos King said, in himself, said that he saw something in Melody Cherie Rogers, and he knew specifically that he wanted to work with Mel. And it was Mel and Carlos King that they worked together to get everything going and get everything happening for the door to open for television, for the TV show to happen. And so Marcus also wanted to talk about his background on TV and that he was on the electric company, and also said that Mel and his father was on TV in Tuskegee, and that their dad used to be a DJ. And that basically when he was a kid, that he was exposed to media, TV, and everything else. And what he was doing was that everything had blew up in media for their father. However, things ascended to a new stratosphere once Mel was born in terms of the success. And then also said that LAMH is nationally syndicated. And he said that he personally wants to thank Melody Cherie Rogers, wants to thank his sister for the opportunity, wants to tell Mel how proud of Mel he is, and that she's been able to bless hers and bless others financially. And he said, even if it's $20, even if it is $20 or Monopoly money, y'all, or coupons, y'all, whatever they are paying, if it is pennies, whatever, that is more than what you had, you guys. And so he said that $20, the $20 holla can help you at these restaurants, y'all, can help you at these stores. If you have a bill or something, for instance, that's $100, you can put the $20 on it and get $20 off, from Carlos King from Kingdom Reign Productions. That $20 may come in handy. It can come in handy for a meal, you guys, or to buy up a bunch of things at Dollar Tree, you guys, for $1.25 a pop. So nonetheless, said that, it's unfortunate that not everyone can show appreciation because they're mean and self-centered, and they don't want to humble themselves. That's what that is. But your blessings get impacted when you choose some foolery, right? So basically says that he was not on the show as often, so he doesn't know on average what people get paid and this and that. But he sees that there's people who've been on a game show. Gee, I wonder who was on a game show from the show. I wonder who. And you get on the game show and you're like, yeah, I'm from Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Steve Harvey don't even know what you are talking about. And so nothing about a phone call, a comment, hey, Melody Cherie Rogers, I just want to say, listen, looky here. I want to thank you for this opportunity, for you to have the thought process, for you to have the intelligence, for you to have the smarts to recommend me and my husband for the show, to recommend my family for the show. Because if it was not for you, nobody would know who any of us are. We would still be at the movie theater. We would still be making sure the popcorn is properly buttered. We would be having to make sure that we are sweeping each of the rooms that the movies were playing in to make sure we get all the trash out. So if it is not for you, we would still be at the movie theater. Now, we may have upgraded. We may get to Cinemark, We may move up to the upper echelon of movie theaters. But I want to thank you. If it wasn't for you, we would have not been able to get out of that townhouse that we were renting from you in Martel so that we can get into an actual home. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to get out the house. I still would have been a housewife. Thank you. Thank you, because now I have a little bit more change. The Monopoly money is a little bit more monopolying for a little bit here that I can finesse and make the people believe on Instagram that I am a mogul. Make it makes sense. And so, nonetheless, he was saying, he appreciates Mel if nobody else does. And he was basically saying, like, you don't know when your time is up. You can come and go. If you're anybody other than Nene Leakes. But as for everyone else, for most of these reality stars, y'all, 5-10 years from now, if you're out and about and this show is gone, who is going to recognize you? And so Marcus gave the analogy that when he was on radio, people didn't necessarily always know what he looked like. Because a lot of times you don't know what the radio station people look like unless you go to their website and stuff. But nonetheless, people didn't know who he was, but then they heard him talking at a restaurant or whatever, and they're like, oh, wait, you're from station so-and-so and so-and-so. I love that station. And then everybody has a camaraderie. But he said he hasn't been there now in 15 years or so. So he's not getting that type of attention right now. But he's saying that to say that there's going to be a time when people are not going to know who you are. And Marcus still gets to this day that people recognize him and they can't put their finger on where they recognize him from. But he said that if he tells them it's LAMH, they're going to, crap on the show and be like, oh, I don't watch that show. That show is trash and da-da-da-da-da. So he does not say anything and he allows them to let their minds wander and figure out, okay, where did this come from, right? And so, nonetheless, he said that, that's all that he wanted to say in this particular video. He is going to come back because there's some few more things he wanted to talk about that he has to be in the mood for. And I can't help but think it has to be about dragging none other than Carlos King. I mean, that's it and that's all. Maybe him and perhaps the ex-husband because Marcus refuses to say Martel's name, y'all. I peeped that as well. Because then he even came back and circled back towards the end and he was like, well, maybe I can give him some credit as well for being that spouse and maybe help working together, but it was still Mel's vision. It was still Mel's idea. Also talked about that he has only met Sonny once and he wasn't sure if it was in the producer capacity or whatever, but seemed like a nice person. But essentially said that, you can pick up on people's heart even if you don't know them that well. You can pick up on if a person is genuine or not and all of the things. And so then he was reading a comment about, that allegedly some people are now trying to be a power couple. And Marcus, he said what everyone's thinking. If you already are a power couple, you don't need to try to do anything. You don't need to try so hard on the gram. And that is the problem. So many people are busy trying to do the Bow Wow challenge instead of being themselves. So many people are trying to follow Mel's blueprint and, create their own version of it or try to duplicate or imitate her own version of it, and it's not getting the same success. It's not getting the same level of attention. It's not getting the same level of views. That's why I told Mel, as much as Letitia keeps promoting this YouTube, that's why I keep saying in my videos to Mel, ever since you mentioned that you had a YouTube, your YouTube was monetized and all the things, that you were going to start posting content over there, that was when this whole YouTube push started from Tisha. Because prior to that, I didn't hear anything about no YouTube. I didn't hear anything about resurrecting the Mommy Business podcast from yesteryear, you guys. That's why I told Mel, I was like, Mel, and I don't mean literally, because I know how some of y'all go. I have not spoken to Mel, never had a conversation with Mel, never been in Mel's DMs. But I'm saying to Mel, if she sees this, if she has seen this, that she should have been making some content on this YouTube. Because she's got all these subscribers, whether it's about property preservation, whether it is about her process as an artist, as a musician, whatever she wants to do. Heck, pull a Dr. Heavenly and start recapping the show. and start recapping some of the clips and debunking a lot of the false narratives, like what you did with your Instagram live. You could have multi-streamed that, on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and had everything out there while making more dinero. So, nonetheless, that's all that I got to say for this video. Let me know y'all thoughts. What do you think of Marcus? And again, if I haven't said it enough, thank you, Mel. Thank you, Mel, for this show, for bringing this show. It's unfortunate on what the show has become. I believe Marcus said that he hasn't watched the show in a couple of years, which is about right, about what tracks, I think, since the last time I've watched a full episode in its entirety, because it just got too out of control. It just got too gutter. It just got too ratchet. It just got too inappropriate. And like I said, this obsession with SEX and who's a side chick and everything else, people don't care. So, nonetheless, that is all that I got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.